April Fools. It's always April Fools in my life. No matter what I do, it's ReW WhO and it's April Fools. Do you have April Fools every day in your life? Welcome back. Where's your mic?
Oh, I'm sorry.
April
Hello.
Fools.
April Fool. Hey.
There you go.
Yes, I have April Fool every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened today that April fooled you?
Let me see.
It's April 4th, by the way. It's ReW WhO. It must be Wednesday.
Yes.
At beloved Otto's Shrunken Head.
Yes, sir.
Yes, our favorite place on 14th Street between A and B. And just to let you know, Otto's is having an event this Friday,
Yes.
which is April 6th. And if you bring any type of sanitary napkin or pad or feminine hygiene product to Otto's,
Yes.
Friday afternoon, you get a free shot.
Wow, that sounds like something
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
worth looking at.
Because
the
Otto's not only does it serve its community, it serves the community worldwide. And there are some kids that cannot get these down south. I think New Orleans, possibly. I'm thinking it's New Orleans area. And young girls that are young women are in need. And Otto's is collecting for them. So whoever comes in to help the young girls who are in need of feminine hygiene, they get a shot.
I think that's great, but
I
I just don't understand why they don't have, what is it, the money? They're
Yeah,
poor?
they don't have the money. They are poor.
What do they do?
They don't go to school. They can't go to work during those times of the month.
Wow.
And that is no April Fools.
No, that's not good.
So come bring it to Otto's and get drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I was going to tell you the April Fool. That's when I was born, actually.
April Fools? You're one of them?
Yes, I'm one of the fools. I'm from April 1st. So
you're
I
not the
live
only
that
one
every
I
day.
know. You're not the only one I know that's birthday is April Fools.
No, I actually researched that a little bit. I forgot who it was, but there were a lot of people. But Dear France, by the way, Dear France, her birthday is on April 1st.
Is that right?
That's what I saw on Facebook.
Well,
so
then it must be true.
It must be true.
Yeah. What else happens? This is April 4th.
Yes.
And this is the day, the biggest angel in the room is Martin Luther King.
Oh,
It
really?
is the day that MLK turned into our forever angel. And yeah, it's true. It's that infamous day of history. It's also the day I moved back to Manhattan. I moved to New York City April 4th and never left again in the 80s, a long time ago.
Can I just interject something
Yeah.
with Martin Luther King? I also read that today he actually said something
All
about.
right, you bring a whole
yeah,
bunch of stuff. I love it when you're the who they do well.
Thank you.
I
Let me
shouldn't
just-
have worked so hard preparing for
No,
this
you
day.
shouldn't
You
have.
come.
But
God.
let me just get to my notes here. Martin Luther King Jr. U.S. should leave Vietnam on April 4th. He says in a speech that the United States stop all bombing of North and South Vietnam and declare a unilateral truce in the hope that it would lead to peace talks. So not only
did he have a dream,
yes, he also
liked
was,
to talk.
he liked to talk. He was very outspoken.
Did he talk in his sleep, you think?
He might have. I think so. I think somebody probably wrote down what he was saying while he was sleeping too.
My grandmother shared Martin Luther King's birthday, or should I say, he shared her birthday.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, January 15th.
But those are two definitely. Those have to be the biggest things that happened, which is Martin Luther King.
I don't know. There's some pretty big things. Howard Stern's radio show premiered in Austin, Texas, on this day in history, and to me, that is huge.
Howard, yeah.
I mean, it's Howard.
Howard. Believe I'm a fan. What happened was when he went to.
Even if you're not a fan,
when he
you
went
gotta
to
freaking give it up.
Well, what happened was when he went to Sirius, I did not get a Sirius thing, but
most people.
But I did listen to him when he was on the regular, when he was on K-Rock, and I loved it. I loved him. In fact,
NBC, right? Yeah. With Imus until him and Imus went to war.
Yeah, Imus and him went to war, but that was all in that movie.
I
private parts.
I had a brother with a different mother who used to cut Imus's and Howard's hair.
Wow.
Yeah, Jack. Jack, I miss you, Jack. Jack was like my brother for many, many years, and yeah, I got to meet Howard once for like half a frickin' second, and
a nanosecond. What happened?
Well, he was having some weird contest of making a parody song.
Okay,
And
which is very which is definitely
Yeah,
one of
so
the things he's
I
doing
did a parody, and it was about Pig Vomit and all this stuff I
Yeah,
put in it. He told me I was too creative for his show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
good.
overqualified?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
God.
like, thanks a lot, Howard.
Can I?
Told Jack to like give him a fucking crew cut. It was when he had really long hair back then. But I've met Beth since then, his wife.
That's his
She
new
is
wife?
so nice.
You know, I have,
Nicest girl in the
can I
world.
tell you something? I'm sure Beth is very nice.
She is.
But, I really felt bad about the Allison thing, about them, getting involved.
Look.
I know.
He should read your book, right?
He should read my book.
Yeah, so you should,
Well, I don't
nothing is as what it seems.
You're right, but
Not that I'm defending Howard or Allison at all.
You know what it is, though? I think what happens is that when you build up this thing in your mind about, this...
That's your mind.
In my mind.
Yes.
In my mind. Thank you for saying that.
Right.
That, because he was such a family man, and the kids and everything like that, and then...
Nothing is as what it seems, is what I'm realizing more and more and more.
It's unbelievable. And I'd like to just say one more thing, if I may.
Yeah.
On my solo album, The Walter Mini Group and Then You Woke Up, there's an instrumental on that called Grow Up Before You Die.
Okay.
And I actually wrote that for Howard's show. And what happened was that I used to go, I work, I get up very early in the morning, and I used to drive, I still drive to work, but I take the subway sometimes. And what happened, I was listening to Howard while I'm going to work. And in the morning at 6 o'clock, they'd have this jazz music, going on, and it was like, oh God, so draggy. And then I said, it would be so nice if he had like this, punchy music, and then go into that. And then, and then him talking, good morning, everybody, how he used to do that. And so I wrote this song, Grow Up Before You Die, and it's an instrumental, but I actually wrote it for Howard's show, and I gave it to Boy Gary, but I don't know whatever happened to it.
So you knew Boy Gary?
I met him, and I said, and I gave him the copy of the tape. Who knows if he gave it to Howard or not?
Right.
But that was my story with Howard.
All right, more exciting things for this day that I think are equally as important as anything else, possibly, is Hank Aaron tied Babe Ruth's home run record by hitting his 714th home run. And, not only is it, they both got candy bars. Didn't Hank Aaron have a candy bar and Babe Ruth?
Yeah, I think they did, actually.
They did,
yeah,
right? Did Hank Aaron have a candy bar?
Yeah, I think he had
Sounds
something.
like he did.
He had something.
I don't know, but besides that, 714, whenever that number pops into
anything,
it just cracks me up.
Yeah, that number is
it's the best number. I see elevators at 7 and 14. I mean, that number is classic. I love when people know what I'm talking about.
Yes, we're not going to mention it, but we know.
I love it. My dad had a hip replacement like a year or two ago, and he was in room 714, and I just was like, Dad, and they were like, what is it? And I was just like, oh my God.
I was in room 714 a few times.
That is a very important thing on this April 4th.
Another thing, the Beatles in 1964, on this day, held the record of having 12 positions on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart.
12 hit positions. Now, what does that mean?
That means that the songs were, I don't know, but
room 714, I'm sure.
But as far as it goes on this page. Lacey, Can't Buy Me Love, Twist and Shout, She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Please
Fuck
Please
those
Me.
Beatles, man. I swear to
I
God,
saw
they
her
are
standing there.
too much. I love them, but
Roll over the beats. I mean, it was just incredible to have that many hits on the Billboard chart.
It's payola.
It must have been payola.
Then it was legal. Now it's illegal and they still do it, but then it was legal.
Wow.
They didn't ban it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's right. Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
So I mean, I love the Beatles. They changed the rules. They changed the game. They blew Ed Sullivan away. Whatever. But come on. I mean, look what happened to them. Poor George. Wonderful George.
Boy.
Look what it did to him.
Terrible.
He was like the modern day Kurt Cobain. And talking Kurt Cobain, he is a big angel in the room. Mm-hmm. This is the day they found him.
Wow.
On this date, I believe they found Kurt Cobain. It was like one of these days, like yesterday, today, it was just around this time. Heath Ledger, birthday today.
Yeah.
So he's angel and a birthday boy on this day. And then walking here, so ironic life. The cover I see of a magazine is with Michelle Williams saying, "Love after tragedy." There's still, it's like Heath Ledger's birthday, and that's the cover of People magazine. Tell me that's not a coincidence.
It's very strange.
Yeah, right?
The pouring rain.
Exactly. It's a funny world. Did you ever hear of DaVe Hill? I thought that was funny because
read that too. Yeah.
It's his birthday today.
Read that. Yeah. It was his birthday. You know who else's birthday today? Muddy Waters.
Nice.
McKinley Morganfield.
Nice. Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
Can you sing a Muddy Waters song?
Hoochie Coochie Man.
All right, there you go. That's a good one.
But he, I'd like to tell you that.
Tell me.
That again, my friend Danny Russo, who's actually on my solo album also, he plays harmonic on a couple of songs. He used to go up and sit in with Muddy. That's how I actually got turned on to Muddy Waters.
Nice.
What we used to do is we used to go down to the Village and buy these old chess records at Bleagle Bob type of place. And then what happened was that he would play around. And I remember the first time he would play at the Cafe One. Now listen to this, Bill. Muddy Waters and the Mahavishnu Orchestra.
Wow.
That was like that's like night and day. So here I am. They were the opening act, Mahavishnu. Now those of you out there who don't know, they were a jazz rock band, and
I don't know.
They were like It was like I never heard music like this. It was like.
What did they wear?
They just regular stuff.
Like what were they? Hippies?
Well, John McLaughlin, he kind of came out some kind of like Indian thing because he was into that whole
George Harrison.
Yeah, type of situation, and the rest of them were like like the bass player had like a beret on, and I'm trying to think. They were all Billy Cobham, just.
Well, he's classy.
Yeah, it came out in like jeans and stuff. Yeah. And they just played. It was like unbelievable, I never heard music like that, so that was interesting for me. And then Muddy came out and played, and Dwayne Allman came and sat in playing slide guitar.
Wow.
Wow, I couldn't believe I didn't even know who Dwayne Allman was.
Right.
And then I had gone to see them.
I heard Greg Allman got pulled off a stage the last night of the Allman Brothers thing at the Beacon Theater for health. So I hope you're okay, Greg.
Wow,
Allman.
Greg, it's already.
Yeah. I hope you're all right because the Allman Brothers, they gotta keep going.
You want to know something? Barry Oakley's birthday is today. The bass player.
Of the Allman Brothers?
Of the Allman Brothers.
Do you like the Allman Brothers?
I thought that when they were with, when they were in the live.
I want to see Elijah Blue playing with the Allman Brothers. I think he might.
Yeah,
that's Greg's baby.
Yeah.
Sharon Greg.
Oh, right, exactly.
Elijah Blue.
I thought that he did actually.
I think he does too.
Yeah, I think he plays guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I know.
So very open. But I saw them live at the Fillmore actually when they did the live taping. It was amazing, just totally amazing. And Dwayne was amazing, an amazing guitar player. So I was fortunate enough to see him. I don't really follow him that much anymore.
Right.
But I remember when in their day.
Yeah.
They were doing stuff they were doing that double lead guitar thing. And Dwayne on slide guitar was amazing.
I love slide guitar.
And he did great on that Derek and the Dominoes with Eric Clapton. He played on that. That was classic, type of
those
stuff.
were the days. I kind of wish I lived in those days inside their tour bus or something.
Yeah, that would have been.
But we're going to take a break and come back because this day is full of stuff. And
full of stuff.
Everybody's fashionably April fooling us.
Yes.
So
stay
we will
tuned.
be back on ReW WhO. Like us on Facebook, please.
Please.